Nothing to drink.
Free socks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday night. I've just been bebopping around like a Mexican jumping bean. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and you are listening to the Triple B Experience. And tonight, we are going to talk with my topic. It's my top 10 pick tonight. It's the top 10 best remakes of all time, my opinion, and my everybody else's opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show is my co-host from Steelers Dynasty podcast. He is also the host of, oh, I got to delete Facebook. He's also the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Football, and he comes on Thursday night. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show is special field correspondent Shane Starmiller. Hi, Shane.
Hey, Bubba. How are you doing?
Busy. I'm just so busy. Work, trying to lose some weight, hit the boxing gloves at Watkins, bought some comic books, which I'm a little excited about because usually I don't get number ones. And then yesterday I got something in the mail, and I might talk about it a little bit. But before we started getting to talking about it, yes. Yeah, I deleted the Facebook because there was some kind of problem. Who knows? StreamYard and Facebook is ridiculous, Garth, but I had to do it. But it's YouTube. And hey, just click it on the YouTube channel, everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tripod. And what we got here is another person coming in. He is the action figure connoisseur. Now he's into, he'll show you what he's into. And he also does these top 10s, and he gives his spin in an in-depth kind of way. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. As always on Thursday nights is our man Cable. Hi, Cable.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How's it going? Now, I said something. You have some kind of other stuff besides action figures now. You're starting to. Maybe you want to.
Yeah, I finally got to the point where I'm current with most action figure, all my collections. I'm just keeping up with them as they release. So, I got to find some other way to treat myself. And I believe I might have showed you around Christmas time, I got the Dr. Doom replica helmet. So, I got this bad boy here now. Mjolnir, can't even fit it into the frame.
Do you have any room for all this stuff in your house? You got to put like another room on.
Getting there. I actually just started buying supplies. I got to put another shelf on the wall behind me and another shelf to my left because I filled up all my shelves.
So you're not to the point where like your side of the bed is action figures and you're actually sleeping outside in a food.
No, this is all my space so far right now. I haven't encroached into the rest of the house yet. That was the old deal at the old apartment where we used to live. I had action figures in the living room, the bedroom, everywhere because that place was so small. But now I got my own space for it, and I'm trying not to overwhelm the room. But it's getting there. So,
yeah, you do have a lot of figures, man. You have a lot of stuff. So, like yesterday was a big day. Like there's some stuff that I haven't been able to watch yet because it's ready to go, and I'm ready to watch it. But I did watch something yesterday, and I know you guys did too. And we're going to get into it before we, us and 7 million people watched it. It had more of a viewing than Deadpool Wolverine.
I believe that.
We're going to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And the trailer I thought was good because they were clipping some spots. And then they clipped them all together. And look, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the show, MCU does not give you everything that you think you're going to see. And that is the truth. So, Shane, what did you think about the trailer? Because I know Cable probably has 7 sheets of written pieces.
I can't wait to hear what Cable has to say because as a casual fan, but I'm a huge Daredevil fan, the fact that Spider-Man said, "Hey, Frank, you hit me," means that they have a relationship. And I just went, And it took me the second time watching that trailer to catch that. And my son also went into his eyes turn black. And if he goes down that rabbit hole where that character turns into like a spider, he goes, I'll hate it. And I'm like, then I have to research that.
Mm-hmm.
But until that, I thought it was fantastic. But if he does turn into a spider, I'm going to be a little bit sad.
Yeah, I hope they don't go that route.
They finally give MCU. You finally gave us what we wanted, and that's the team ups. We want to see maybe they team up. I don't know what's going to happen, but I love the fact that Frank Castle is in the Spideyverse finally.
Well, Frank Castle's first appearance ever is an Amazing Spider-Man, which I have a reprint. I do not have the original copy because it's very, very pricey. But Cable, I can only imagine what you thought of it when you saw it. You probably watched it more than one time, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah, it's okay.
Blew me away. I was so pumped for it, you know. And I hated the 2-second deal thing from the day before. Yeah, they try and do all this gimmicky marketing stuff. It's like, just put the fucking trailer out. Just let us see it, you know. So they released the trailer super early yesterday morning, which is cool because me and my boy got to watch it before I took him to school, because we kind of had a standing order where we watched the first trailers together for the first time.
You do a lot of stuff that you try to do every time there's an MC. You have a ritual when you watch MCU trailers, movies. It's got, if something is not lined up in your fucking universe, it makes you upset, and it's got to be just right for you to watch stuff like this. I
mean, I'm hardcore, you know.
I'm wrong with that.
Just like you, Bubba, with comics and everything. You know, I love superheroes. I love the genre, especially what the MCU had done up until a certain point with connecting all the movies, just like the comic universe, blew me away. And then, you know, there was a decline in quality there for a while. But yeah, it's just kind of a thing me and my son do. We, you know, when the first trailer comes out, we don't watch it without each other. We watch it together for the first time. And I was dreading having to sit all day and not see it and try and avoid spoilers and stuff. And then they put it out before we left for the day. So yeah, we got to watch it. Blew me away. I love the direction of the plot as far as we could tell. There's a ton of stuff happening in this movie, though. I mean, you know, you got Bruce Banner, you got Punisher, you have Mr. Negative, from what I understand, is the villain of the movie.
No, it's Tombstone.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Tombstone, the character of Tombstone was actually narrating part of the scenes in the movie, in the trailer. He was actually talking. Yeah. Okay,
because I mean, it seemed like there were mind control elements happening, which I thought was Mr. Negative's deal.
They said that, but I don't know if it's going to be like a synapse of like the Fantastic Four when they went against, you know, the Red Ghost and all those villains, because you've seen the Spectacular Spider-Man #1 picture in MCU form where that's the tarantula against Spider-Man.
An Amazing Fantasy 15 or 14.
No, it's 15, but that's two comic books of iconic Spider-Man comic book covers that you see in the MCU. There's a figment or a fragment of Boomerang. And they're also they finally did the Scorpion.
That is one of my biggest. I'm so psyched for that, because the one thing, the complaint that I've had the longest with the MCU, even before they had their dip in quality, was they never made good on a lot of their post-credit scenes. And then especially, you know, when they came back after they took the year off during quarantine, and you had all these TV series now, and you got all these cooks in the kitchen, they're just doing post-credit scenes that don't lead to anything, or, you know, storylines that don't connect to anything. And the Scorpion was a big one, especially being a huge Spider-Man fan like I am. And, you know, Scorpion is such a fun character out of his rogues gallery that they teased it, you know, and I was disappointed that they weren't ever getting around to it. So unfortunately,
they got the big tail.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it took literally almost a decade. It took 9 years for us to get to the Scorpion. But as they say, better late than never, I guess, you know. And I love the storyline with MJ and Peter. their take on Brand New Day, I think, is actually a better story than the comic Brand New Day with Doctor
Really?
Strange.
You
Oh,
think
yeah. I think the Brand New Day comic is terrible.
Well, I mean, I think the storyline where he, goes to Mephisto and
Right.
saves Aunt May's life, and he has to divorce.
Yeah,
and
I'm not a fan of that storyline. And part of it's just because I know behind the scenes, they think Spider-Man is boring when he's married and he's tied down. Mm-hmm. So that was a creative decision behind that story, not just for story's sake. And I think it's just very fitting. What the MCU does, they put their spin on stuff. That their version of Brand New Day was Doctor Strange making everybody forget who Peter is at the end of No Way Home. And so it's, a similar thing where him and MJ don't know each other. And the way they're playing that is really good. And the Hand, seeing Spider-Man face off with the Hand is not something I ever thought we would get in live action. And I am thrilled for it. I can't wait to see
Spider-Man doesn't hardly ever go against the Hand in the comic books anyway. The Hand is more the Daredevil or Wolverine.
But, and Spider-Man and Daredevil share a backyard.
Somebody's missing, and Charlie Cox said that he's not in this movie, and he's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's not gonna.
Well,
I mean, they're not gonna have the Hulk and him go against the Hand. It ain't gonna fucking happen because the Hulk is just.
Well, do we know that he's actually playing the Hulk? Because in the trailer we only see Banner, and that's good because one complaint I do have is sometimes they show too much in trailers. Yeah. But like what you said, Bubba, they're intentionally very misleading with their trailers. Like I think, unfortunately for some people, John Bernathal's only going to be in this movie for a quick hot dog and a Coke, and he's on the way out. I don't think he's going to stick around, right? Because they all have a long history of that.
Well, no, they have a meeting. They're going to meet so then they can incorporate because he's got his Punisher special. He's still actually right now, still in Daredevil season Born Again. He's still captured in the Kingpin's fucking basement lair. We don't know how he gets out yet because he was trying, you know what I mean, at the end of that extra scene. So, and well, we will know because season 2 will know how he gets out because it'll go right into Spider-Man.
A week away now, I believe, right?
Yeah,
we're only a week out from that.
But the picture of Spider-Man in the Hand, it's got to be somebody. It's not going to be the Hulk. There is no way. And the Hulk, Banner has this wristwatch or something to hold to make him. It's in She-Hulk. It's in something else. I think the Shang-Chi movie. They choreographed that. That's what's keeping him the Professor Hulk, which Professor Hulk, to me, it was better in the comic book than in the movie, in the MCU.
They're making an action figure of him too, finally.
I know, and the action figure that's how he should be, because that's Professor Hulk.
Got the big-ass bunny slippers and everything.
Yeah, because he was badass, because he could think, and that's why he was so creative.
Right.
But I don't think it's the Hulk in that missing scene, because there's somebody else besides. I think it is Daredevil. I'm not laying any money on FanDuel about it. Charlie Cox is saying no. And also, we got the girl from Stranger Things maybe playing Jean Grey, maybe. I don't know. But also, too, on the bus scene, everybody's saying that girl looked like Rogue. It's just the hair color, I think. Rogue's not going to.
Yeah.
But Rogue's going to make an appearance very soon in the MCU.
They should. I was discussing with a couple people, and I think it would be really good for them to start laying the groundwork for mutants in the MCU, the main MCU timeline. We've had, as far as I remember, in the main MCU timeline, the only one we have is Miss Marvel, that they hinted at her being a mutant. We saw Beast in the Marvels post-credit scene, but I believe that was a different universe. I can't remember now.
You're right.
And, obviously Deadpool and Wolverine. So originally I thought the route they were going to take was they were just going to crash one timeline into another and say, now we have mutants. I hope they don't do that. I hope it is a case of they've been here just maybe in hiding or whatever. And if they start sprinkling mutants throughout, leading up to the X-Men movie. I think
Well,
that
they're going to incorporate newer X-Men to make the X-Men team.
Mhm.
You're not going to have, I don't believe you're going to have Charles leading the team in the MCU at any time soon. Because there's going to be, I believe that all those guys that played X-Men, except for Wolverine with Hugh Jackman, are all going to get wiped out. I believe that. And then at work today, because I do a comic book group at work, and someone said something about fucking Madam Web, and I go, that movie fucking sucks. Don't ever fucking talk about it, and it'll never ever should never ever been any type of movie ever again. And that's Sony, because Sony messes stuff up. And hopefully Kevin Feige can get stuff situated, because they always say, and even in a wrestling business, less is more. And now we're getting less MCU stuff, and that's good, because I know you guys don't know the comic book stuff. Marvel Comics, before we get out of here with this topic, Marvel Comics is actually shortened their fucking their issues, and they're doing miniseries, and they're rebooting stuff.
Yeah, I heard
because that's how they're doing it, and I don't like that one bit. So it's just
Modern Comics is a mess.
Modern Comics is a mess. They're redoing Wolverine with no claws now. They've already done that. Everything's getting rehashed. They changed the identities and the nationalities of superheroes. That's not cool, because you're not going to have a white Black Panther. Come on, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
It's a cheap ploy to try and make something fresh.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing with the movies, and there's been plenty of times where they swapped somebody's race, a few times where they swapped genders, and I didn't care. The portrayal was good enough that I liked it, and that didn't make a difference. But when you do it, especially, right, exactly. And the Batman, I can't remember his name, but Gordon.
Yes,
he was
in Gordon. Yes, the guy who was on Westworld. Yes, the guy who was the Watcher, Jeffrey something on Westworld.
Yes. Jeffrey. Goddamn. But anyway, so it can't. It's not like if it's done, it ruins it for me. But especially in the comic world, when they're just trying every ploy. I mean, it's really messy what the comics. All these number ones they push out just to try and get sales, because everybody flocks to a number one type thing.
He can play Black Panther. That's so funny.
And they do that just to try and make a fresh take on the character, and that's not it.
Marvel's comic books are getting fucking crushed by fucking DC.
The
absolute fucking series I just bought tonight. I think it's the Absolute Deathstroke, the Terminator #1.
I didn't know they did a Deathstroke series. Okay.
Yeah, well, they just started at #1, and they redid Lobo, because Lobo's coming out. So it's the Scotty Young, and I'm not a big Scotty Young. Like, hold on a second. I'll get it real quick just to show you the designs of different comic books as I go. And I don't read these. I have not read any of these. So I just bought them today. And I know I'm getting off topic, but okay.
Did you say Hot Topic? My favorite store.
Hot Topic. Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Now I got this one. The other reason why I got this one, because #1 I heard is so fucking hot. It's an Image comic. This is #2, and I just bought it because #1 on the fucking thing. It's hot. It's hot, and it didn't have it at the comic book. But this is not Absolute. It's just all in. But look at this cover of Deathstroke, if you can see.
Yeah, that looks good.
That looks good.
Just that cover. I'm all about the artwork. So that's #1. Okay, and this Lobo looks fucking kick ass. It's next level, all in #1 Lobo.
Yeah.
I just bought the last Lobo out. But
before we jump off of Spider-Man, I want to address what Shane said it real quick in the mutation thing. It depends how they do it. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a dream sequence where we get 6-armed Spider-Man. I could see that happening. And I'd be all right with that.
If it's just not long. Please, not long. I don't like
just a nightmare. Just a nightmare sequence, not an actual.
I never. He
just has a nightmare.
It's for the cartoons, but not in real life. Not in real
but
life.
The '90s cartoons, there was a big crossover when Spider-Man went through his mutation. He went and sought out the X-Men and Xavier's help, and to try and understand his mutation better. And it looks like they could almost be doing that when he goes to seek out Banner's help. And maybe somehow that is the building blocks of how we get more familiar with mutants in the MCU also. Yeah. So I'm interested where it goes. I think it's a nice addition to the story.
I'm excited for the movie because it's in July. It'll be a big, huge success.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll probably be more snippets of people psycho doing the trailer and emergency awesomeness and people like that, doing stuff, because right now it's going to be starting to get into the movie times, and everybody's going to be watching movies. TV shows are coming out. Spider Noir is coming out very, very soon. So, I mean, we're going to be talking about all those shows and other shows, and we're going to be doing top 10s, and it's going to be crazy pop culture shit here coming in 2026.
Well, there was another trailer that released that day also, or maybe the day before, Dune Part 3. I don't remember if you guys watched the Dune movies or not, but
I want to interject and ask you a question before we get into it.
Sure.
I enjoyed watching Dune. Okay. But I have had a brain dump, and I don't know if I might have to rewatch both of them, but can you give us like a rundown, like a generic elevator? What the fuck's going on in Dune? Like what's happening between 2 and 3?
Well, where 2 leaves off, Paul Atreides is starting a holy war. He took control over Dune. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Arrakis?
Something like that.
Yeah. And, he was with the Sand People, and he learned their customs and their ways. And, he is finding out that he's probably the chosen one or the prophesized one. And it's leading to an all-out war. Dune 3 is based on the second book in the series, Dune Messiah. I haven't read the books. I just know that's the setup. His sister is in this now that we were teased in the second one, played by Anya Taylor-Joy. She's an adult in it. Somehow Jason Momoa comes back, even though he died in the first one. He's in the trailer.
That's what I was trying to figure out too.
Yes. I believe I had heard somewhere, maybe, that, don't quote me on this, that there is some kind of like a cloning technology, or like people are backed up, like you back up your hard drive or something like that. Maybe I could be wrong, but I think there's something like that. So you're able to bring people back, but the score in that movie, that's one of the standouts through all of them. The music, Hans Zimmer, it's just incredible. And the aura of these movies, they walk the line between popcorn blockbuster and artful cinema. Like
when does that movie come out?
The same day as Doomsday.
Yeah. It's going to be
December 18th.
It's going to be a day where Cable's going to pack a lunch, and he's going to camp out the fucking movie.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Tell me
that's not just dumb, though. Isn't that
I legitimately, I hate it. And I'm kind of hoping one of them calls chicken and backs off, because we've seen that before. Captain America Civil War and Batman vs. Superman were supposed to come out on the same day. And then Batman vs. Superman jumped 3 months or 2 months ahead. But we're getting kind of to the point where it's too late to do that. And I'm of two minds of it. One, I hate it because it's just going to hurt both movies, because there's a ton of crossover there. It's the same, it's not like they're different demographics. When Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, and it was two crowds that were never going to see it until it became a viral thing. You're just taking money out of each other's pockets. But as a movie-going person, there's a very good chance
you're going to be camping out.
I'm going to take Friday. I'm going to take that day off of work.
Me too.
And go down to the waterfront. And unfortunately, another, whatever you want to call casualty of this is Avengers Doomsday will not be an IMAX opening weekend because Dune got all of the screens.
What?
So, yeah. So that's Avengers, if you're an IMAX fan, which I am, Avengers, it may be later on in its run, it may get some IMAX screens, but at least the premiere weekend, it doesn't get IMAX in America. So
That's dumb as
there's
shit.
also maybe a chance I go see it Thursday night. I don't know yet.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, speaking of Dune, I just want to let you guys know before we start our top 10, like Jason Momoa, as I'm looking, Jason Momoa will be in 3 blockbusters this year.
Man,
June 26th, Supergirl as Lobo. He'll be in Street Fighter, released October 16th, which I might go see that because
it looks good.
He plays Blanca, whatever the hell that is. I don't know. But he will be Duncan in Dune Part 3, released, as you said, December 18th. So he's been a workaholic. He's been a workaholic. And
he's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. So, okay, we're going to get situated here. That was great. I knew we were going to talk about that stuff, and that's great. And this is what I want to look at this one. Look at this.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
That is number 1 Defenders, 1972.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? It is a good. It looks like a 7.5 or an 8, and I got it for $60 on
nice.
eBay. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my Defender Volume 1 run almost complete, and issue 10 with the Hulk and Thor is more money than the number 1.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 150 at the comic book store, so I'm gonna have to do whatever. But anyway, people, this is what you guys are paying attention to. But we appreciate you guys jumping on. But we are going to do, this is my lovely topic.
Bubba, right before in the chat, I'm excited about the mall. Shadow Lord.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that too. And I need to watch Gen Z, because the boys are coming.
Yep.
So
Gen Z,
Gen E. Yeah. I got to watch that before the boys. I got Righteous Gemstones done.
Invincible's out.
Yes, and I have to watch. I might watch that tonight. And
I started the first episode. It's good.
I watched War Machine the other day, and me and Shane were talking about it on the Steeler Dynasty podcast. And so there's a lot of stuff out there. And I started to watch. I watched the first before we get 28 days later. I finally watched 28 days later.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think?
Yeah, that was pretty good. So I'm going to do 28 weeks, and then I'm going to do 28 years. I have everything on my lovely cable, so I'll definitely be watching that, and I'll let you guys know.
And then 28 years part 2.
I didn't. Well, I didn't. I got to watch. I got to watch
that yet.
I got to watch
I haven't watched part 2 yet either.
I got to watch part 1. But anyway, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to play along, okay, we're going to do the top remakes of our, just in our opinions. And the remakes, these are the remakes. These are not the original movies. Okay. So, my number 10. The first movie, Sly Stallone. Okay. It was okay, but it was kind of, Rob Schneider made it cheesy. Well, when they remade it with Carl Urban, and it wasn't cheesy, it was badass, and he kept the fucking
that's a
helmet
good
on.
one.
You like that? He kept the helmet on the whole time. My number 10 is Dredd. Judge Dredd.
That's a good one.
Thank you. I try. I try to pull stuff out of you're a little bit more insightful with your knowledge and stuff, but I try to pull some crazy ones.
I have a new honorable mention now.
Okay.
There you go.
Afton said Ocean's 11, number 10.
That's a good one.
Devil said.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Devil. Thank you so much. Shane, you're number 10.
You have to go back. I'm not a huge De Niro fan, but this was definitely one of his best performances. Martin Scorsese did this in 1991. It's a remake from a 1962 film, Cape Fear.
Good one.
Cape Fear.
Good one.
It's a brutal, like it's just so emotional. I mean, you get pit stains watching it. It's a scary movie. Good one.
Okay. This is gonna be a pick that's surprising. Okay, because this could be the first time. Oh, it's your pick. I was getting so excited about mine.
You're
Go ahead.
queuing that up, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was like, wait a minute.
I was getting so excited because I was like, this is, yeah. But go ahead.
Well, that's okay, because you're going to hate my number 10 entry anyway. But, you know, the original was a lot of nostalgia for me, and this is the only format like this on my countdown, where the original was an animated film, and the remake is a live action. But the 2016 Jungle Book remake is, I think, one of the only Disney live action remakes worth noting.
I like the cartoon version.
I love the cartoon version. You know, Favreau directed this. It's got an amazing cast. The effects are so good. The CGI, you know, with Shere Khan, Idris Elba is terrifying as that fucking tiger. And you know, it danced. Should it be honorable mention or should it be number 10? But because, you know, of just the eccentricity of it being animated to a live action, I pushed it onto my list.
You know, speaking of live animation, I think they should do the Robin Hood.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I love the original animated. The original
one's one of my top favorite Walt Disney cartoons.
Same. Okay. Agreed.
I don't have any cartoon to live animation on my list. So you got me beat. But
that's my only one.
I'm so excited because I never picked this. I don't think I've had this guy in any fucking movie. I don't think so. If it was a franchise kind of thing. It was more of an assembly of cast members, just not him. But this one is just him. It's a remake of a true story of the 1970s Sherrod Buford T. Pusser. My number 9 is Walking Tall with The Rock.
Oh, good one.
So many remakes. That's great. I forgot all about that.
Yes. So the Walking Tall with The Rock, which would probably be and as an actor, he's not as good as he used to be in my eyes anymore. So, Shane?
Guys, you might not think that this is a remake, but it is. 1932. It's about a coked up drug dealer, a kingpin. Brian De Palma's, classic from 1983, Scarface with Al Pacino. Tony Montoya.
It's on my list.
So that's Scarface, baby. Number 9.
It's on my list.
Oh, it's on your list. Good.
I mean, I don't think the original had like chainsaws and shit.
No, but it's the remake. The remake, yeah.
The remake was that was violent, man.
Yeah.
The bathroom scene.
I love it.
Yeah. Cable, you're number 9.
All right, my number 9 is such an effective remake. It changed the cultural landscape of an entire genre in America. At the time this movie came out, horror was a very certain kind of way. It was still a lot of slasher movies, things like that. And Gore Verbinski remade The Ringu from 1998, a Japanese movie, into The Ring in 2002. And terrified me as a teenager. That was so unsettling of a movie. And it really sent American horror on a different trajectory than it was on at the time. And then, there were a lot of copycats with I can't even remember what the other ones are now, but it became almost a genre inside of the genre to just remake Japanese horror movies into American versions. And this was by far the most effective. So number 9 is The Ring.
Okay. My number 8 is probably more recent, which is surprising because I'm putting it on there because it's so recent, because it's a total different way of the original, because I do like the original. Okay. And the original had like the cast of characters because it had Richard Dawson in it. But the original, had Schwarzenegger and, it's just whatever. And the remake did stuff differently. So my number 8 is The Running Man, which the reason why it's on my list is so recent. I saw it, it's sticking in my head. it was better than what I thought, and which is surprising to me. But my number 8 is the Running Man of last year's Running Man.
Okay.
And Afton had Departed, and Devil had Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead. That's good.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I can't believe whoever said Daredevil. You picked mine. Dawn of the Dead from 2004. One of Zack Snyder's first movies. It's a remake. I dig it. It's my number 8. Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
Cable.
Good one. My number 8, sticking with the horror genre, is a loose adaptation, but or a loose remake adaptation, whatever you want to call it. But they made it its own thing, and it's a stalwart of 80s horror, is The Thing.
Mine's going to be a little higher.
I thought so. I was going to put that in there. I was going to say you guys might have this a little bit higher, but I had a very hard time organizing this list. I ended up, I have 5 honorable mentions. I cut it off at that originally. Now I have a couple more because of you guys and some of the comments. And I had a really hard time coming, down the stretch with it. So I would have thought The Thing would have wound up higher, or I did think it was going to wind up higher. And then it just kept, falling each more and more. And, but it is on the list, and it's number 7 for me. Or I'm sorry, number 8.
Okay. Well, my number 7, everybody's already said it. A couple people already said it. My number 7 is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. I liked it when they were in the mall. You know what I mean? It's different. Then they got on the boat, and then the fucking zombies were there. That's probably I've seen a lot of zombie movies lately because of The Walking Dead. So, that's my number 7.
That's pretty crazy. Mine was 8. Yours was 7. My number 7. I mean, if you guys remember the 90s series, I don't know. Is it a remake of a movie? I don't know. It kind of fits that line. It from 2017.
It is.
So it made a mini series. I didn't know to put it on.
No, it was a remake. Yeah.
So I put it down because it's a remake, and the remake is a movie. So
yeah.
I have it from 2017. Bill Skarsgård.
I've never seen it. I've never seen the movie. I seen the original first episode. I seen I read that book, and I watched the movie on TV.
Yep. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
Okay, Cable, you're number 7.
My number 7, I don't know if this will be on your guys' list or not, because I mean, we're not saying that they're better than the original. We're just ranking the remakes as we like them. So this may be on you guys, or it may not, because Bubba, I'm sure you're a huge fan of the original version. We're switching genres now to Westerns, and I have the 2010 True Grit. I think that's just an incredible movie. The cast is fantastic. Okay. And I haven't seen it in a long time, but I love Jeff Bridges' portrayal as Rooster.
He did a great job.
And, there's going to become a running theme on my list of, I thought it would have been higher once the dust cleared, but here it is at number 7. So
I have mine higher. I have it higher on my list.
Mine will be higher. I like both the original, and I have both of them.
That adds to my point score,
that's why that's going to be higher. And my number one is you might not guess mine, but mine's going to be that.
You're not going to guess mine, but you're going to hate it.
That's why we live in the, we live in the.
To each their own.
That's right. So we are at number 6. So at number 6, I'm going with an assembly of a cast, because the original was the Rat Pack. So Clooney and all those guys were trying to, do a heist. So my number 6 is Ocean 11.
Okay.
Awesome pick. Awesome pick.
This one's for Cable. Shout out to Cable. Guys, I think his name is Villanueva. Is that the name of the guy who did this?
Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah. So the 84 was kind of like a shitty version, the 1984 version. Dune Part 1 and 2. I had to do Part 1 and 2 because it's just I had to put it in there. I don't know if I can do Part 1 and 2, but I did it. Got it. I did it.
They might cover the remake because Dune Part 1 and Part 2 is the first book in the series.
Right.
That they split into 2 movies. So that, either way, whatever. We love Dune. So
this is now, I think Cable would say this. This is the benchmark now for modern sci-fi epics. This is it.
For sure. And if Part 3 sticks the landing, it's going to be one of the best trilogies of all time.
Frank Herbert, would be proud man if he if he got to see this. So Dune 1 and 2, guys, number 6.
And if you want to get a little cheeky with it, while we're on Dune, you could make Star Wars an entry because Star Wars ripped Dune off so bad that it's almost just a remake.
I did not do that. There's Star Wars to me is not. I did not do that. I did not do that. Star Wars to me is not a remake. I did not. No. I know what you're getting at because I know what you're talking about. I know the lore, but no.
Yeah, I just had to take a little shot there.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm standing upright now. I mean, it took me down to one knee, but I'm okay.
All right, so number 6, correct? That's where we're at.
Yes.
Like I said, running theme. Would have thought this was going to be higher when my list before it was laid out. You guys will probably have this higher if you have it. Back to the horror genre with a little bit of a sci-fi flair. Jeff Goldblum, killing it in the 80s. The remake of the 1958 B movie.
Why did I pick this?
I knew it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Now I'm going to take some heat. I seen it, and I really just didn't like it.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not on my list.
I love it.
Okay. I do too, and I just revisited it, last year sometime somewhere, maybe in the fall or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the portrayal of Jeff Goldblum, just his fall. I don't know if you're gonna call it fall from grace, but his transformation is so heartbreaking the way he plays it. And at the end, when she has to kill him, and it still holds up. Obviously it's got its 80s flair and everything, but it still holds up. And the creature effects.
That was a good pick.
Thank you. Yeah, the cool. The creature effects are so good in it; they still look good to this day. So, yeah, I thought it would be higher, and it's not.
Okay. We are at number 5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We are at number 5. Number 5 is the Kurt Russell science fiction that Cable already talked about.
Okay.
And it that was a remake. It was crazy. It was gory, sci-fi, horror. Yes. My number 5 is the sci-fi cult classic, The Thing remake.
Oh, I like that. That's a good
Devil.
one.
Yep. After said the Italian Job.
That's on my
That's on my list too.
Yep. The Thing is one of my honorable mentions, but you guys, we talked about this today and I already had it on my list. Kurosawa's movie, Japanese movie, was kind of pushed into a Western. Sergio Leone spaghetti Western made Clint Eastwood famous. From 1964, Fistful of Dollars.
Good pick.
Well, okay, so that's not where I thought you're going with that one, actually. Yeah. When you brought up Kurosawa, I thought you were going Seven Samurai to Magnificent Seven, which is also...
Well, just hold on, because that's coming up on my
list. Sorry to ruin anything.
No, you didn't ruin anything.
Good pick. You swerved me there. I thought I knew where your head was at one.
They say that's the best Western They say that's the best Western ever.
Yeah.
They say that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know what I mean. Like there's some other ones that I would pick, but that's just mine. Mm-hmm. We live in America, so that is a good pick. It's on my list, but I don't know if it'll make my list. You know what I mean? Could make an honorable mention.
Okay. Number 5. Like I said, you guys are getting on a broken record. Can't believe it fell as low as it did. It's already been mentioned. Completely reinvigorated this movie. It's a remake only in name, almost. Scarface. The original from 1932 to the 83 update remake with Al Pacino. Just there's so much you can say about that movie. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but it is exactly what you want out of a remake.
Yeah, and he had the chainsaws.
Yes.
Yep. Because I'm going to piggyback off of that. That's my number 4. My number 4 is Scarface with the chainsaws with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay.
And the dude who Tony had to kill because he was getting close to his sister. You know what I mean? That guy was in Breaking Bad, and he was a big time actor. You know what I mean? He's still acting. So is Michelle Pfeiffer. But yeah, my number 4 is Scarface, and Aftons was Scent of a Woman, and Devil says that's also his number 4. So Shane, your number 4?
Well, the last one I went with, Kurosawa's Yojimbo movie. This one is based off of Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, and it is The Magnificent Seven from 1960.
So, I see.
You want to borrow
there
my
you go. Look at that.
katana for that?
Woo!
There you go.
Look at that. Okay.
All right. Number 4. So I'm doing an audible here. I'm switching my number 3 and 4 in the moment. Because the more I think about it, I got to move 4 up to number 3. So my new number 4, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. It came out at the tail end of 2024. It's a movie experience I bitched about at great lengths because the crowd was so fucking terrible. Because I think with it was around Christmas time. I think families got together just to go see a movie, and they weren't interested in seeing the movie, and it almost ruined it for me. But it is such an upgrade. I mean, upgrade's not fair. Nosferatu. 2024's Nosferatu, the remake of the 1922 silent film.
Never would have guessed that.
It is art. I mean, almost every scene in the movie looks like a painting, or a still frame could be framed and hung on a wall. Beautifully done, beautifully acted. Everything about it is fantastic, and I believe there was actually another remake in between the two in the 70s. But going from the original silent film in 1922 to this update in 2024, I did have it at number 3, but it just got bumped down a peg.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not into, like, I can't believe I'm watching the 28 days crap and whatever now. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to I'm trying to expand my horizons, I think, a little bit. But yeah, I just don't I like Dracula movies sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember they have the fucked up ears and face and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like he's fucking, Rico Suave enough to get the girls, biting him on the neck because he's so fucking ugly. He's like,
well, he mind controls them. It's not about.
Oh, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I used to like, and this is crazy because we're talking about that. There used to be a show on NBC that was about a Dracula. It was like a cliffhanger kind of TV show. I don't know. It was like in the early 80s, and they had a cliffhanger and they never finished.
Dark Shadows.
No, it wasn't Dark Shadows. I don't. They had like they had a Dracula, a vampire, and then they had something else, and it was kind of like I don't know, but that reminds me of stuff. Okay, yeah, Dark Shadows. I just know it's number 3. It was Aftons' Little Shop of Horrors, which I don't have that on my list because I've never seen it.
I didn't know that was a remake. That's good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I did not know that either.
We are at number 3. And my number 3 already been said because I own the original and I own the remake. And my number 3 is True Grit. Devil Said the Mummy.
Ooh,
so
another good one.
That's my number 3.
True Grit. I like True Grit.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna say my number 1. I'm gonna say it. I feel confident enough that no one is right now is gonna put it on their list, which surprised me. I'm very surprised.
I bet $100 nobody else has this one on their list because most people don't know it's a remake. It's a 1925.
God damn it, Afton! You're fucking amazing, Afton. Yes,
cliffhangers.
Yes, you're fucking
Jesus,
that
Afton.
show. Yes, you never could find that show anywhere.
Crazy.
Fuck,
I don't know how she knows that stuff.
I don't know how she does it either.
1925 silent film. I think that's the only. Maybe Nosferatu was a silent film, right? The first one. So I'm not the only one to do this, so I don't feel bad.
Charlie Chaplin. You got Charlie Chaplin.
This was one of the first Technicolor movies. Okay, 1939's Wizard of Oz is a remake.
Oh, okay.
Got to put it on my top 3.
Okay, good pick. That was a good
yes,
pick. That was a good pick.
That's impressive.
That was a good pick, and you're right.
Yeah,
it was a remake. Yeah. Wow. Okay,
I didn't even realize that.
Nope, it is.
Well,
the first one sucks.
I checked some stuff out before, you know what I mean. But Cable, you're number 3.
All right, my number 3 that was formerly number 4, and I don't know what I was thinking. I was just, I'm very high on that Nosferatu movie. But my number 3, it has already been said. We also talked about it before we got into our top 10 countdown. The Dune remake, 2021's Dune, and then I'll piggyback off Shane.
Actually, I thought that would have been higher.
I thought,
the way you talked about it, I thought it'd been like number 1.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into why it's not. But Dune Part 1, Part 2, their art, their cinema at the highest level has to be on the list.
Okay. Well, my number 2 has already been mentioned by Shane.
Yep.
And it's a remake of The Seven Samurai, and it's probably my number 2 is The Magnificent Seven. It's a very good movie. It had great assembly of cast, and when you think of remakes, you think of The Magnificent Seven anyway, off of the Japanese version.
Yeah.
So, and I had a lot of, there's a lot of Westerns in my picks, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Well, I noticed
Yuma, and that's
honorable mention. Yeah.
Yep.
I noticed both of you guys have Magnificent Seven in your list, but you don't have the modern Magnificent Seven remake from
because it sucks dick.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was fucking god awful.
Dong sucking going on in that movie.
Yeah, I mean we could do a top 10 fucking terrible remakes, and there's a fucking ton of them.
Oh god, where do you even begin?
It's not even gay dong sucking. It is just unenthusiastic dong sucking.
Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
My mind is blown. How did I forget that one?
I don't have that on my list because I can't remember watching it because I haven't saw
Good pick.
It's been a while. And I do like James Bond movies. I
had it in my list, but I was trying to think back to the original, and I was trying to think: is it a remake? Is it original? So I just put it in my honorable mention, but it was like in my top 3 originally.
Right. So
okay.
What's
was
your number
the first physical Bond that wasn't campy and cheesy.
And it's James Bond.
Was such a good one. Yeah.
Okay, you're number 2.
My number 2 is The Departed. All I gotta say, The Departed, number 2.
Okay, you're the only one. You're the only one that has
that. It's based off of a Hong Kong movie called Internal Affairs.
Yeah, but you're the only one because I don't have it, and I don't have it in my honorable mentions, and Cable probably don't have it as number 1. I could be wrong though.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I think
good movie.
I can't. I don't know what Cable's is, but I'll see. I don't think Departed is 2 or 1, and I could be wrong. But go ahead, Cable.
You're absolutely wrong. Departed is my number 2.
Fuck!
2 ding ding ding.
Oh,
dude,
fuck!
I absolutely love The Departed. It's in my top 10 movies of all time.
Man, you had a fucking poker face like no other.
Man, he was selling it.
Damn.
And I believe it was brought up in the comments also by maybe Afton brought it up, I think.
A lot of them. I think the Devil brought it up too, I believe.
Okay. I mean, it's one of the best remakes of all time. And, now I did kind of skew away from our normal rules. Some of these remakes, I haven't seen the original. But I'm not comparing them. I'm just
fell out. You're not going to fail out
Right.
of top 10 Academy here. You're good.
I'm just ranking movies that we know are remakes. No,
Right.
There's no merit. So I have not seen Infernal Affairs, but there is a select group of people that will tell you The Departed is dog shit compared to Infernal Affairs. I can't envision that. That's hard for me to believe. Martin Scorsese, Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously, Martin Sheen, just that cast, that story, it is amazing. It's one of the best cat and mouse games ever put to screen, and it's absolutely in my top 10, maybe my top 5 favorite movies of all time. So I couldn't have it, this list without it. It had to be up there.
Good thing I put no money on it. I'd have lost. Fuck. Damn. Okay.
Good pick, Shane.
Wow. Honorable mentions I got. God damn it. I'm so fucking. That was a good poker face. Okay. My honorable mentions, I'll go with a few. I'll go with The Mummy. I do like the money. I do like the Brendan Fraser as in that franchise.
I was going to say Tom Cruise or Brendan Fraser.
No, fucking Brendan Fraser. There's no Tom Cruise. I seen World of Worlds with Tom, and I was like,
oh my God.
God, that could have been your number one.
Well, it's an honorable mention now.
Okay. The Mummy is an honorable mention. Schwarzenegger's True Lies is a remake. Honorable mention. The original with Burt Reynolds I like, but I also like the remake of fucking Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard. Also, the remake of Heaven Can Wait, another football movie with fucking Warren Beatty. That's a good movie where he gets fucking killed and he does whatever. Also, Elizabeth Hurley in Bedazzled is a fucking remake, and she was fucking smoking hot. So that's another.
I did not know that.
Brendan Fraser movie. And 3:10 to Yuma. And also A Fistful of Dollars. And then that's good. I had The Mechanic, but okay, my number one has been made 3 fucking times.
Oh, okay? Shit.
This has been remade 3 fucking times. I think this is the best one. Okay. And I did have a dishonorable mention because I didn't do Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, because the original Planet of the Apes, there is no fucking remake to that, because the original is so fucking good, because Tim Burton's movie is fucking shit. The reboots, if we ever do reboots, that's different than remakes with the fucking Planet of the Apes series with James Franco and all that shit. That's rebooting. That's not remaking. But anyway, Afton had Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Devilhead Crazies. Okay. 1976, Jeff Bridges starred in this movie.
I don't know what it is.
I know what it is.
Yes. Peter Jackson directed the third fucking inspiration for this movie. And now, because it was remade, because 1976 was in modern times. The original was in the 1930s. My number one remake of all time is King Kong.
I thought when you said that earlier, when you said my number one's going to surprise people, I thought it might be King Kong. And then when you said it was remade 3 times, I thought it was something completely different that's in my honorable mentions, which it was not that. Okay.
Well, because when I was a kid, the 1976 Kong was, that was pretty big. It was always on Sunday night, NBC Sunday Night Movie with Jeff Bridges and fucking Jessica Lange. Jessica Lange was the fucking, but just the remake, and also now with Kong and Godzilla.
So which one is your number one? The 76?
No, the Peter Jackson remake.
2005. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
the fucking Kong was better. You know what I mean? The action was better, and it was, But when I was a kid, because it was good, but the remake was just, you know what I mean? Peter Jackson did a good job. And
I love that pick, Bubba, because that is the epitome of Hollywood. You go back to the first one in 1933. there was almost nothing like that was on screens yet at that point. You know, the movie magic they pulled off in that movie astounded people. And then, you know, every so often another one comes along with the updated effects, just like you said. You know, the 70s
King Kong was fucking robotic, and then you saw King Kong versus Godzilla. It was me in a fucking ape costume fighting somebody in a Japanese costume. So, I mean, and I probably would have did Godzilla -1, but to me that wasn't a remake because Godzilla came after the war. So,
all right, good pick.
Shane?
I like that pick. I think I have about the same. I have an Invasion of the Body Snatchers as the honorable mention. I think you mentioned True Lies on your list. The Invisible Man from 2020.
Ooh, okay. With Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
No.
So, no, I can't remember who played in that one. It was
Elizabeth Shue is in Hollow Man.
No, the Invisible Man
is still good.
Who the hell played in that? I can't think of
the one from Elizabeth Moss. Is that her name?
Yeah.
From Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, that's it. Elizabeth Moss, different Elizabeth.
Sorry, I got the wrong one.
Guys, you guys know what I'm going to pick. The Coen Brothers took John Wayne's original, made it their own. Haley Seinfeld was in this one. True Grit, guys. True Grit from 2010. Rooster Cog.
Oh, I forgot she was in that.
Yeah, Haley
Seinfeld. I picked it, but I forgot.
That was her first movie.
Yeah, she was good in that. So, guys, True Grit, guys. What a great remake. And the fact why it's number one is because the original was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is to say, your eye. I love Matt Damon's delivery on that line when he's giving Rooster Cogburn shit. I mean, I think he says, what? Are you going to say sun got in your eyes? I mean to say your eye.
Yeah.
No.
Now I want to go back and rewatch that. It's been forever since I've seen
I don't
that
think any of us picked. I don't know. Well, maybe Kay will pick the war movie. I don't know because I fucked up. So I didn't pick
a war movie.
I picked a lot of westerns though.
Are there that many war movie remakes? I know All's Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah,
not too many. I don't think.
Yeah. So you guys, like I said, you guys are going to hate my number one. So let me do some honorable mentions here in the meantime. This is the movie I thought you were leaning towards because you said it had been remade 3 different times. So one honorable mention is A Star is Born. You know, that's been done numerous times.
That ain't going to be on my fucking list, man.
Well, you made it sound like we were going to be surprised. I was trying to think outside the box. Yeah. I have King Kong. I have 2014's Godzilla. That to me, I think you could call a remake. You don't like that one?
That's a terrible remake. With Matthew Broderick?
No, the one with Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth.
Okay, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, 2000. No, that's fucking terrible. Okay. Agreed. Yeah, we're on the same page there. 310 to Yuma. I added Dread, Casino Royale, War of the Worlds, Ocean's 11. I also had The Invisible Man. And then here's a fun one that people may or may not know. In the loosest terms, I don't love the movie, but I love what they did. 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't know if anybody knows that. You know, that is a remake of Taming of the Shrew. 10 Things I Hate About You, Taming of the Shrew. It even rhymes. But it's, you know, essentially the same idea, same story, just modernized. So my number one is my favorite movie of all time, which I don't know if you guys remember this. It's come up in a couple lists. So, you know, not only is it my favorite movie of all time, it is a remake of a 1997 Spanish movie called Open Your Eyes. And I did manage to get Tom Cruise into my number one. Vanilla Sky is my number one just because it's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah,
so
I can't remember looking at. Yeah, I know. I figured it was some fucking Tom Cruise movie, and I
love that movie.
That. I just don't.
I've seen it over 20 times, and I will just
seen it all
on a whim. And it is a remake. I've never watched the original because I don't want to. I only want to know the version I know. But the original is in Spanish. It's a Spanish film. Penelope Cruz actually plays the same character that she plays in the Tom Cruise version. she's in both versions of the movie.
Yeah, I never watched it either, Afton. I've never seen it.
It is the original version is considered a landmark in Spanish sci-fi, and so I just, maybe it's not the best remake of all time, whatever, but I can't mathematically, I can't not put it at number one if it's my favorite movie of all goddamn time.
Wow. I've never seen it. I just think he's good in Tropic Thunder and fucking Cocktail.
You would hate it, Bubba. You would hate it.
Hippie shake.
Yeah, I wish we could set something up and watch movies, the three of us, and then just fucking be like Masterpiece 3000 Theater.
I mean, we can.
You can do that on. You can do that on. Yeah, you can do that on. What do you call it?
Well, we also don't live that far away from each other.
People watch.
That's true too. But I can't see myself watching fucking Vanilla Sky. See, I thought it was
we could. I mean, it is, but it's very science fiction-y.
Oh, you can do it on Discord.
Yeah, you can do it on Discord.
I don't. What do you get to watch? Do you get to watch the movie? I don't fucking. Sometimes I'm tech savvy, but other times I'm dumb as a cord of wood.
Yeah, you can stream a movie and invite other people into your Discord server, and then all watch the same thing.
Discord, yeah, Discord server. I've done that. The movie at the same time in Discord, and you watch it together.
Oh, that's awesome! But I just can see us getting together watching a Tom.
No, that's not a movie you watch with your buddies either.
No. And I'm the.
Hey, Bubba, Tom is tickling my nether regions right now. How do you feel?
I feel so sappy right now. So sappy. Okay, that was a good list. That was
a good list.
Now,
as usual.
Now, yeah. Well, I mean, we try to think outside the box, and we do. And we do a damn good job. Now, Shane, it's your fucking pick.
I just did number one.
No, your pick for the next countdown.
Your pick next week, Shane. While we talk about pop culture shit, and then we throw a top 10.
Who's the guy that just died? The John,
you mean fucking Meathead?
Yeah,
he didn't die. He got killed.
Yeah, same thing.
He got murdered.
Rob Reiner's movies.
So we're gonna do the top 10 Rob Reiner movies.
Yep.
Okay. There's some I didn't see. But I'll suck it up.
I figured that'd be an easy one for us.
Yeah. Well,
this was a heavy lift. This was a good one.
This
matter.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about with the Afro Man when he I guess that cop went into his house and he cut a promo and he cut a video and he sung about the cop and made her cry.
I saw tidbits of it, but
yeah, but also too, Afro Man was supposed to go to Raindrop and didn't show up, and they sued him for
wow.
Yeah,
did he not show up because he got high?
Because he got high. I didn't show up the Raindrop because I got high. I need to get high.
Yeah, Afton, he does have a big catalog. That's what his wife said.
I didn't think he did. I thought he only directed like 6 movies, but I know he did other stuff too. But
it's like 30 movies. You're going to be
really? Did he directed or that he was involved in?
He directed a few.
Written or directed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he only directed like 6 movies.
I mean, look.
Whatever. If he's involved.
Yeah, if he's involved, right?
Whatever Rob Rooney, Rob Rooney, whatever Rob Rooney is. Whatever he was, you know what I mean. If he's on the marquee for production or executive, whatever.
Well,
director.
Yeah, like Stand By Me, Princess Bride, Misery, When Harry Met Sally, American President, First Wives Club, Primary Colors, Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that's just the ones I just pulled up real quick.
Right, but he didn't direct all those.
Yeah, but A Few Good Men.
He's involved. Okay.
Yeah.
So all the movies, the top 10 Rob Reiner movies that he was involved in. I mean,
sure.
Yeah. Well, that'll be okay.
You could put all.
No, that's good. I didn't know if I was wrong or not because they just did that in memoriam to him at the Oscars also, and
Hogan.
Well, he's not a movie star.
I was good in The Nanny, motherfucker.
Maybe the Nanny.
Suburban
The only
Commando,
movie I
motherfucker.
have ever seen with Hulk Hogan in it was Rocky 3. I've never seen any of his other
I've
movies.
never seen anything else because he was terrible. He was a terrible actor. He was just not that good. Roddy
While
Piper.
we're all here,
Okay. Yeah, I'm
real
looking
quick,
right. Go ahead.
I don't want to change subjects, but I just
Well,
wanted
I'm
to
just
touch on.
looking right here on the screen. It says
He's doing
so
Rob Reiner
everything
stuff.
that he's the only God and Country is the only thing he wrote and didn't direct. So he directed majority of his movies. He produced probably 90% of them. And he was
25.
writer.
There's 25.
Yeah, there's 25 movies where he
Wow.
was the
Fine,
director.
we'll be fine. I'm going to guarantee there's some movies I didn't see, but I'll put them in there.
He did Spinal Tap 2 before he died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the first one.
Anyways.
Yeah. Yep. Terrible.
Well, real quick before you usher us out of here, we had talked briefly last week about at some point we're going to do the Avengers MCU fantasy team draft.
Yes.
So in the meantime, Shane, you had propositioned maybe for us to do a pre-show with that where we do a power ranking. So I went to ChatGPT and, I've curated a whole list of who I think should be eligible or not eligible for this team.
Okay.
And I put that into ChatGPT and told them, rank this in order like a Madden overall ranking. And they put them in tiers. There was like 2 that had a 99 overall.
That's going to be the show next week. Let's not do my ranking. Let's do that show next week.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do.
Okay.
We'll put Rob Reiner on the back burner.
So,
all right, I'll get the list and I'll send it to you guys so we can go over it.
I'll make the thumbnail.
Because the timing, because we want to do it before the summer blockbusters come out and just
sure.
This is kind of good.
And then later on, before that, we're going to do the Avengers comic book version team based on 7.
We could do that because the draft is coming up here soon also, so we can tie these into the NFL draft.
Well, I know the one draft show, the week of the draft, I'll be doing another podcast fucking that night at the lovely Ben Franklin Tap Room at 7:00. So I'll be fucking that weekend. We're going to be busy as shit. So we'll have to delay the that week, and then put it to the next week. So is Deadpool 1? Yeah, Garsek, if you go on Cable, you're invited to the draft party.
Cool.
Show up.
Cool.
Wear your favorite Tom Brady thong.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Tom Brady fucking talking shit on Logan Paul? I love it.
Yeah, I did.
I love it.
Yeah.
Logan Paul,
and then
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then he acted like he got called while he was on a podcast telling him you can't fight. He just didn't want to get his ass turned inside out by Myles Garrett or Aaron Donald or somebody.
Or Le'Veon Bell was going to fucking knock him the fuck out. And Big Ben even said something about Antonio Brown. Big Ben said Antonio Brown dropped somebody. He saw somebody one time fucking AB drop somebody.
I wouldn't be shocked if Logan Paul could kick Bell's ass, but not Brown.
I think he could kick AB's ass. I don't think he could kick Le'Veon because Le'Veon's still training as a boxer and he's just as young.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
AB's 37 now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bell would fuck him up. And Bell has talked shit on him and called him out. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're faking. Your bosses, Chris is calling you." He goes, and he was talking to Debo about it on his podcast. And he goes, "It was all bullshit." So I mean, the Paul brothers are great marketers and promoting guys, but they're truly big time assholes. Like I understand he's in WWE, but Logan Paul and fucking his brother are fucking assholes. Yeah. So, and I don't even like Tom Brady, but Tom Brady and fucking Logan Paul with money. Here's Tom Brady, and here's fucking Logan Paul, fucking getting his ass reamed by whatever.
Well, Tom Brady wants to take some of the frustration out over the Max Crosby deal on somebody. So,
well, let him take him out on Logan Paul because I don't care for Logan Paul. I don't care for him at all. So, but anyway, guys, another show down the tubes. Awesome. We're a little bit expanded time a little bit today, but that's okay. Well, really, we started like three minutes late, and we do appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll get the Facebook stuff because sometimes StreamYard you have to redo Facebook, whatever. But hey, we're hitting. You know what? We like doing a show, and it's every Thursday, and we got top 10s, and we talk pop culture, and that's the way I like it. So Cable, thank you so much as always. Shane, thank you. Chat, thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys Monday at 10 p.m. on Steelers Dynasty Podcast, where we're 2 away from 800 subscribers. And we're almost at we're almost at 500,000 views. So we're working on it, and we're getting ready for the draft party. So it's going to be something. So, okay. Guys, have a great weekend. Be safe, because it's St. Patty's Day. Stay out of fucking Indiana, fucking downtown, because Indiana's going to be taken over by a bunch of fucking college punk-ass bitches that think they're all shit. And cops will be – I'm looping around. But Saturday night, Swamp Cadillac mugs. So, okay, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you. Be safe. Good night, everybody.